Every single one of us has woken up today with less rights than we had yesterday.
To protect reproductive rights of women. In the aftermath of the Supreme Court's terrible, extreme, and I think so totally wrong-headed decision to overturn Roe v. Wade.
The decision whether or not to bear a child is central to a woman's life, to her well-being and dignity. It's a decision she must make for herself.
Forcing poor and working class people to give birth against their ability to provide for themselves.
There are many urgent health care conditions that can arise from or be exacerbated by pregnancy for which abortion is
constitutional
indicated.
right. For 50 years, a constitutional right for a woman having the right to choose.
It should not be overturned, and it should basically be up to the woman and her doctor.
Abortion care is essential.
It goes to a woman's fundamental right to make the most personal decisions about their own body.
Lawmakers can decide if people in this country will be able to get the health care they deserve.
This is deadly serious.
We will fight. We will not give up. We will not grow weary. We will not give in.
Back in the year of 1973, abortion was made legal in the United States underneath the banner of civil rights during the case of Norma McCorvey, Jane Roe, versus Henry Wade, also known as Roe v. Wade. Ever since, the United States has had debates about whether abortion should be legal or not. Abortion is the act of deliberately terminating a human pregnancy. A woman may choose to have an abortion if she's not in a fit state to, cannot provide for the baby financially, was raped, is too young, does not want the baby, or cannot have the baby. If the woman has a medical issue that makes it perhaps even dangerous to have the child, it would be safer for the one giving birth to terminate the fetus rather than risk dying because she can't find a place to do the abortion for her. Even though abortion was made legal way back in 1973, when our knowledge in the medical field and experiences in people who did not have basic human rights were much less than in present time, the United States has now overturned Roe v. Wade in mid-2022, meaning that abortions are once again illegal in most parts of the U.S. Now, what does this mean for women who need to have an abortion after the overturning? Luckily, it is still legal in some states, such as California and New York. However, if a woman needs to have an abortion and lives in one of the states that has once again banned it, such as Texas, Mississippi, and Tennessee, they may need to travel very far just to have a single operation done. Not only because the state will not offer to have the operation done, but also because the penalty for having an abortion is up to lifetime in prison. A person who has an abortion can be in prison for their entire life, whereas if they were hypothetically raped, the rapist can receive as little as only 1 year in prison.
A bill designed to restrict a woman's access to a full range of health care services and a blatant attempt to chip away at a woman's right to choose. Congressional Republicans failed in their numerous attempts to strip health care away from everyone, so they'll settle for just taking health decisions away from women. We settled this issue 40 years ago. Women have the constitutionally protected right to manage our own bodies.
If the person raped was a minor, they are still forced to have that baby. Whether or not they were an adult, they have no choice in their pregnancy. Now let's say there's a 17-year-old and she wants to adopt a baby. She will be told that she is not allowed to because she has not had her 18th birthday yet. Does this make sense to you? A woman who wants to have a baby by the form of adoption, but is still a minor, cannot. Yet a woman who is impregnated against her will and is still a minor must have the baby. Religion is sometimes a reason to not allow abortions, though. A person who is Christian or Catholic, for example, is not permitted to have an abortion because of their religion's teachings. However, not everybody today is a part of a religion that does not allow abortion. Many people are Islam, many people are Buddhist, and many today are atheists as well. In countries such as the United States, where Christianity is a major religion, a lot of Christian beliefs do tend to get lost everywhere. Some of those beliefs are not unlikely to end up in Congress. And right now, those beliefs concerns abortion rights.
A woman's freedom to make a decision on this very private, personal matter should be respected and should be left to her alone, together with her family, her doctor, and guided by her faith. Politicians and government should have no control.
The United States is a melting pot of all different kinds of religions and cultures. Religion and law should have a distinct line between them. Yet our government is still failing to recognize this. That is why, if I were a newly elected member of Congress, abortion rights would be my first priority.